Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new around here, welcome. So today's video is a little bit different than the type of content that I normally have here on my channel. For those of you who don't know, I know I've kind of mentioned it in passing in a couple of my previous videos, but I am also an event planner. So my business partner and my very good girlfriend, Allie, and I started our company about 7 or 8 years ago now. It's like crazy how much time flies, but we do a ton of weddings, bridal showers, baby showers, really any kind of event. But I personally really enjoy doing all of the tablescapes, centerpieces, that kind of thing. That's kind of my niche. So I thought that I would bring you guys along for today's video to just show you one of the centerpieces that we just did for our last baby shower. This is definitely something that I'm super passionate about, and I want to start adding more videos like this on my channel. So if you guys like this sort of content, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I also wanted to throw in here that this tablescape is super easy to recreate. It doesn't have to be just for a fancy event. You can do this at your home for the holidays, Christmas dinners, Thanksgiving, or heck, even if you just wanted to have a dinner party at your house, this is gonna be the video for you. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm gonna be using 2 different garlands here, and I'm gonna be adding them together for a little bit more bulk. This first garland is from Michael's, and it came with flowers already attached. They don't really go with my theme, so I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and pop these flowers off and add my own flowers in after, which, as you can see, these flowers pop off super easily. And this second garland that I'm using is from Amazon. I fell in love with this when I got it because the leaves are so lifelike. It's really beautiful in person. So a tip that I have for you guys while creating any kind of tablescape centerpiece like this one would be to use different sizes and shapes of your florals. So first pick out your theme and your color scheme so you have somewhere to start. For this specific baby shower, we're going to be doing a lot of creams, blushes, and then I'm also adding in a little bit of cranberry and a smaller filler flower. Then you're also going to need a pair of wire cutters along with some floral wire. I'm using green specifically for this project just because it's going to blend in with the greenery the best. Now you can go ahead and trim down your floral stems, whether they come in a bundle like these did, or if you just want to trim down the individual stems. I would suggest about 4 inches. You don't want them too short because they won't securely stay, and then you also don't want them too long because once you start adding in all of your florals, it starts to get a little crowded when you're trying to stick in the stems from different angles. These specific bundles I'm just going to actually bend opposed to cutting them because I've used these for so many different floral projects. I know that when I'm done making these garlands, I'm going to be able to detach them and use them again for other things. So I just don't want to ruin them by cutting them off individually. So now you're going to want to go ahead and kind of bend your garland and shape it in the way that you're going to want it to lay. Kind of like in the same way that you would fluff out fake Christmas tree branches, you're going to want to go ahead and do the exact same thing to the little branches of eucalyptus on your garland. Just really shape it up and spread everything out. Once you have them both fluffed out, you can go ahead and lay them on top of each other and just kind of play around with them until you like the way that they're laying. Now you're going to take your floral wire and cut them into 5 or 6 inch long pieces. That's what you're going to use to connect the garland together. You don't have to go crazy with this. You really only need 3 pieces, 1 in the middle and 2 on each end. It doesn't need to be super tight or anything, just as long as it's connected and it's laying nicely. I zoomed in here just so you guys can see exactly how I'm going to use the wire to attach the garlands. So essentially all I do is I just wrap it underneath around both of the stems, and then I just twist it 2 to 3 times. The extra couple inches of wire that's left over after you twist it comes in handy later on when you're attaching your flowers, and you might need the heavier ones to have just a little bit more security. I'll kind of wrap that wire around it. Since we're using fake garland, we're going to go ahead and hide this loop at the end where the price tag normally goes. All you're going to do is just fold it down into the stems of the greenery and then use your wire to connect it all together. I always start off with my largest flowers first, and then I also always will try and decorate my large clusters in odd numbers. So this is a 6-foot garland, so I did 3 large clusters, 1 in the middle, and then 1 on each end. I normally only wire the heavier flowers as well. There's really no need for the smaller flowers once you start sticking them in. They kind of just secure themselves. So when I am attaching these large clusters, I try and put them over the wire that we use to connect the two garlands together. That's why I like to cut the floral wire into those 5 to 6 inch long pieces, because then once your garland is connected, you have 2 to 3 inches on each side to go ahead and wrap around the larger cluster of flowers, as you can see here. Anything after that as far as floral placement goes is pretty random. You're just going to want to eyeball it and just put the flowers wherever you think they look pretty. Something else I like to keep in mind while adding the flowers is I really like to use the flowers to kind of cover up any kind of holes or any kind of places in the garland that you feel like looks bare or maybe not as full. And then I also like to connect the flowers, and when I say connect, I mean I'm just shoving the stem kind of in between the garlands. You'll see what I'm talking about while you're doing it. They just kind of secure themselves. But I like to put the flowers in at all different directions. It makes it look the most natural, I think, personally.
going to complete today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!